Hey guys, what is up? It is Wrighton here, and today I am going to be showing you guys how I make my thumbnails. Now, a lot of you guys have requested for me to show you how I make thumbnails, or how to just make a thumbnail in general, since I made the tutorial on how to make a logo. So I'm going to bring you guys the video of how to make a thumbnail because you've asked for it. So if there are any other tutorials to do with Photoshop or maybe even Sony Vegas that you want me to show you guys how to do something, just let me know in the comment sections below, and if enough people ask for it like they did for this, then I'll be sure to do so. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you're on Photoshop is open up a new area. So this is basically what we're going to be making today. So you're going to want to open up a new area, so go file, new, and 1280 by 720 pixels. Copy everything there. It should be default normally like that, well it is for me, and then just hit OK. So then what I've done for you is on my desktop I've got, if I show you here, well I'll add them in. What you're going to want to do is go to file and then place, and in the description there's going to be a pack, and in that pack is going to be all the textures I use for this, so you're not going to not have anything, okay? Everything will be in the description, so just go download it and you have all the stuff. So the first thing you want to do is add the grunge background. Now the grunge background will look just like this. You're just going to want to make it the correct size for the actual area, and just right click and hit place like so. And now because we're going for a blue color, you're going to want to go to the side here and go on hue saturation and just adjust the color so that it goes blue. So sum it a little bit like that. And then what you're going to want to do is hit Control and click on the grunge background, and as you will see it'll highlight both, and then just hit Control E, and then you've got a whole layer like that, nice and easy. Next thing you're going to want to do is go file and then place, and obviously it's going to take you to your folder where you've got all the stuff that I've got in the description for you, and you're going to want to add this here, this little file here. I don't know what it's going to be called. On mine it's just a 37 something, a load of numbers. But then what you're going to do with that is just go normal, change that normal to overlay, and wow, look, it blends in, so simple. And then look, you've got a nice little background there. Now this is called a stock. The thing that I've just added, I can probably actually just change the name for you now on it. It is called a stock. Now stocks are just basically things that people have already made. It's just like a background somebody has already made. Now if I just pull this up here, Google Chrome, I've just typed in Photoshop stocks here, and if you just do this, go onto images, you can use a variety of different stocks, and if you just do that overlay thing, then it will blend to the color in the background. There's a variety of different ones you can just go choose from, so you can change your thumbnail every time so it's something different. There's just so many different stocks that you can use, so I recommend, if you don't like this stock or you want to just use new stocks, just type this in on Google and you'll find loads for yourself. So the next thing you're going to want to do is go file, place, and add the starburst that we've got. You'll see that here. So then you're going to just want to make that the size of the actual area like so. Get your little magic wand tool, and if you've got that tool, just hold down the left button, it'll pull this up and select it. Then what you're going to want to do is get rid of these ones here. So by just clicking one, you can only do one at a time, but if you click one and then you hold shift, you can click on them all like so. And then what we're going to do is just basically delete these, and to do this you right click the layer, hit rasterize layer, and just hit the delete button on your keyboard, and bang, that is all gone. Then what you're going to want to do is basically double click on that, onto color overlay, and just basically just grab a color, something similar to this, just tap around until you get a color you like, something a bit like this. You can copy down that code if you really want to get the precise color, and then I would just change the opacity to what, 35%? 35% looks a little bit low. Let's go to 40%. Keep it to 40%, and you've got it like that. So then what you're going to want to do is go to your rubber tool like so, and I've got loads of rubbers, but you'll just have a somewhat faded rubber like so. Change it to, let's have a look, around somewhere around that, and then all you're going to want to do is tap around the side. So click on the layer like so, and just literally blend it around the side so that it blends in. That is such a good description, but if you look at it, it blends in a little more than what it did before, and it makes it just look like it's part of the background a little more. And then the last thing you're gonna want to do is add in a explosion. Now we're not actually going to use this yet, but it's a good thing just to get it in. So get this in, right click, file, place, change the color of it to blue, do the hue saturation thing like you did last time, and you're probably thinking, damn what's happened to the background. But if you just hit control on these two like so and control E like I showed you before, it'll be fine. Change that to screen and then we'll just put that over there for now. So depending on what your video is will depend on the image that you're going to add, and obviously this is a video on how to make thumbnails, so I'm going to add the image of Photoshop. Now I'm going to put this into the actual thing for you anyway, the file download, so that you can make the identical thumbnail. There's no need for you to actually do it because, you know, you're probably not going to make the same video as me. But what you're going to want to do then is just hit Control T so you can move it around and put it there like so, and just click on that arrow and click place. Now you can use this little thing that we created here, this explosion, and you're just going to want to hit Control T like so to get the box around and just move it around where you find good, about there, and just hit place. And as you see, it's giving it a background which looks nice, it looks good. So you've got that. Now the last thing that we need to do is add some text. So how to make, right, so how to, it'd be nice if I could spell make a thumbnail like so. Now we don't want this font, I'm going to use the Call of Duty font. Now a lot of you are probably thinking, there's a Call of Duty font, I never knew that. Now I really like this font, so I'll put that down in the pack as well for you all to get. So you just want to click this button right there so it makes it all go to the side, and just hit Control T and just drag it to the size you like. Now you get it around what, we want it a bit bigger than that, don't we? Put it about, we put it about there, and then what you're going to want to do is apply it, and on the side here you'll have some buttons. If you don't, it's not that drastic, but I just like to do it so that it like adjusts the text to make it fit exactly how I want. So if you just drag down this a bit and you increase this, oh god no, we don't want to do that so much. Take you down and we can increase this a little to move it around, and you can increase that to obviously make the text wide. I don't know what the hell I've just done, but we'll leave it like that for now. That looks fine, to be fair. It looks somewhat similar to this one, and that's what we want. So then what you're going to want to do is I'm going to just copy this layer style to save time, and I'm going to just add it here. Now I'm going to actually show you the layer style I did. You're not going to just be lost. You're going to think, what the hell has he just done? So what you're going to want to do to the text is double click on here, and then it'll bring up a layer style. So you just want to copy exactly what I've got here. So size 1, you're going to want the color black, and you want the opacity on 59. Just copy that. You can pause the video to do so. The inner shadow, you're going to want 75% there. Distance 4, choke 0, size 5. Just copy it all here, pause the video. And the gradient is just one that I made myself. It's just a color gray and a little bit of a white, but literally you guys can just go with white. Like, there will be literally no difference. I just do it because, you know, I just like to do things to be awkward. And then you've got the drop shadow, which is distance 5, size 5, and opacity of 75. Now look, I know the color's a little bit different, but you know, we've got a similar thumbnail. It's made kind of similar. The size of the text is a little different, but you know where I'm coming from. So that is a thumbnail right there, thumbnail that I've made for you guys. You guys can take this and use, you could say, the skills you've gained from this to make your own type of thumbnails and make it personalized for your channel. So I'm gonna wrap this video up here, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to crush that like button. If you're feeling nice, make sure to subscribe so that you get updated for when I upload videos, and hopefully guys, I will see you in my next video.